Well, we're going to talk a little more about air and how we can take this air that we've been learning to breathe in naturally and relaxed. I hope you've had a chance to spend an hour or two doing that as you move around. And now we're going to talk about how we add some power and some depth and some control and some muscle tone to this so that as we get more strength in our core back here, we can still relax, but we can put out more sound, more air, more volume. And of course, as this goes along, you'll be able to do more things on your trumpet. Your flexibility will increase, your range will increase, your ease of playing will increase. And as you increase the support, of course, the big thing is that your sound will open up and sound nice and warm and have this big echo chamber back in here. Did you ever think about a cello and why it sounds richer than a violin does? Well, it's not because it costs more, because it probably doesn't, but it's because it's got this nice, wonderful body there, and the sound comes out through bigger F-holes. And that's what happens when we open up the core of our lungs, and we open up everything in our throat. And we don't force it open, we allow it to come open in a relaxed fashion. All right, so here's very simple exercise, and I want you to do this probably for the rest of your playing life. You'll find it becomes a habit. There used to be a little colony of Hollywood studio players that used to walk through the hills outside of LA, and they'd do this in the morning. And I've modified the exercise just a little bit, but I think you'll get the gist of it, and it's so simple and so easy to do, and you can do it wherever you're walking. Now, I'm not going to stand up and walk because I'm an old 61-year-old man, and it's just easier to sit here and communicate with you, but I can show you exactly how it works. All right, it's a combination of inhalations and exhalations with space in between where we remain relaxed. And the wonderful thing about this exercise is that after you've inhaled 3 or 4 or 5 breaths, then you can practice sustaining that air in your lungs without allowing your throat to close. Keep all of that open, but yet discover the muscles that will allow you to hold that air buoyantly but not tense up. And then you're ready to exhale the air, and when you exhale in the proper method, it will allow you to create either a jet of sound going into the horn for high notes or for loud notes, or it'll allow you to be full and yet play piano and just let a little air out. Okay, here we go. Now, the first thing is you're going to inhale on each step as you walk. Now, left, right is about a natural walking speed. You don't want to rush this. You just want to keep it a nice, even pace. All right? The thing about walking is it's heterolateral movement. You're staying on left and right and left and right. It's wonderful for keeping time. In fact, as a side note here, just a little extra bonus, if you're counting time when you're playing an exercise at home, it's much better to tap left foot, right foot, left toe, right toe. Pretty soon you can envision it in your body, and you keep the pace the same. When you use one side of your body or one foot to tap with, our bodies aren't made that way. They're meant to flow. And chances are you'll rush a little bit, or you'll drag a little bit, or you won't feel quite right in your internal self. You know, that little clock back here that's just silently keeping everything flowing. All right, here we go. We're walking down the street. Now, did you see what I did? I took puffs of air in through my nose, 4 of them. All right? And I tried to fill up my lungs as I did that. The motion, the walking, the relaxation keeps your shoulders relaxed, keeps your body relaxed. I'm going to do that again. You try it with me. Ready? Go. All right. Now, because you're snuffing in through your nose, there will be a little bit of muscular contraction in here because you're adding resistance going in. Okay? Now, if we had that same resistance coming out, that would be a negative thing. But there's not much we can do about it going in because it's the way we're built. If your nose is a little stuffed up like mine is today, there'll be a little more resistance and make you tighten up a little more. So the object is to relax and get those 4 in. Now, after those 4 breaths are taken in, what you're going to do is you're just going to walk 4 more steps and comfortably hold it, not locking it down like that, just so you can feel it just balanced right there by itself like magic. All right, let's do that. 3, 4. Now, I like to hold my mouth open when I do it, then I can feel that I've not locked anything off. Now, the exhalation part is going to come out through our mouth. And this is where you're going to learn to control your embouchure with your air. That's a different thing than controlling the embouchure with these muscles in here. All right. Now, when you exhale, we're going to build on what we learned in the first lesson. We're going to move our lower jaw forward. We're going to have our teeth open, but this time we're going to allow our lips to close gently so that as the air comes out, they meet the resistance of your lips, and you can exhale and get a bit of an upstream or straight ahead stream of nice, warm, fluid, uncompressed, but yet pulsated air. All right, I'm going to demonstrate this before you try it. I'm going to do the in, the hold, the out. Here we go. 3 and 4. Now, when I did that 4 out, I could actually feel my tummy getting smaller, just like it would be if you push the air out of a balloon. And again, like we did in the first exercise, if you were to put your fingers there, it would be relaxed because we're flowing. Now, the last part of the exercise is to hold again. Now, don't worry, you're not going to faint, all right? We're not doing 8 or 10 of these. We'll build up to that in time. But we're going to go 4 in through the nose, hold with the mouth open, 4 out through the lips, hold with the mouth open, and repeat, all right? Now, I suggest that you start off with 4 in and 4 out, and you do it 10 times, all right? Now, if you feel real lightheaded after you've done that, then all you want to do is relax more while you do it. And if you walk on a flat plane, you don't want to be going uphill and downhill until you've been doing this for a long time. All right. But instantly, after doing that 10 times, you can take a little breather and kind of rest. Do it another time, 10 times all the way through. Take another little breather and do it a third time, 3 repetitions. Now, when you go back and you pick up your instrument and you begin to play, whether you're a beginner or a pro or a college student or whatever, you'll notice right away that your sound has more life to it, more buoyancy to it, because you're breathing, you're opening up, and you're allowing the instrument to respond to your air and not to your lips. Lips do not play the trumpet. Air plays the trumpet. And all the way through, we're going to be learning how to let that sound just sit on the air that's buoyant and relaxed. Here's the cycle all the way through, and we're done for this lesson. Okay? You see how relaxed I am? I'm just about, just gasping out like that. There's none of this. Don't do that. Don't get a hiss when you exhale. That's not what we want. Hold your hands by your tummy and do that strong hiss. See, what's happening there are you're creating inward contraction to force the air out through a tightly restricted column. And that's really the opposite of what we want. But we want to develop this air, do this exercise over and over, and then we'll be ready for the next lesson, number 3.